was sold out last year at the Catholic League game too. So, we're blessed to have Roman fans in the building too, along with Penn State, and even some Michigan State fans. So, having a building packed like that, it was special every time. It was special last year, and it was special today. It's a great environment.
Did you feel familiar?
Yeah, I felt at home. Like coaches have said, they go in the locker room and they don't see any, outlets or Wi-Fi, none of that stuff. And, it felt like just like our home locker room. And, I really felt at home.
Lamar, what was the mood like coming back on the plane from Ann Arbor, and how did you get your guys' heads right?
We were all hurt, I think a lot of us watched the film on the flight, and we talked about it, but we realized, we gotta have quick memories, in the Big Ten, because it's a quick turnaround. And we had another big game on Saturday today, and we knew we had to just learn from our mistakes.
You actually looked angry on the bench after you found out, were you? You
Oh,
looked like
yeah.
you were seething.
I mean, of course I want to be in the game. I was upset, but I trust my team, and unfortunately we came up short. But of course I want to be out there with them fighting.
Tell me, what was the difference in this game against Michigan midway through the second half? They came back and it got away from you a little bit. Why were you able to hold these guys off? What did you do different? Not you, but your team.
I don't think we just took Mission as a learning experience. We knew we made some mistakes down the stretch of that game. We turned the ball a little. We missed a few defensive assignments. So we just kind of locked in even more as they made their run. We knew they was gonna make a run. They're a very good team, but we just had to stick to our guns and just keep defending and rebounding.
How did it feel when they got within 5 with about 10 minutes to go? Because there's a lot of time and they carried down pretty quickly. How did you feel about your guys' heads right there?
I was very confident. We all have great leadership in Shep Gardner and Peyton Banks and guys like that, and Julian Morris. So they just do a great job of keeping the team cool, and we just try to move on to the next play. We don't try to soak on anything.
How did they do that?
We don't just have great huddles. They always tell us to move on to the next play. Don't worry about your mistakes. Just keep playing the game. Shots will fall, and we're going to keep getting stops.
Lamar talked about what was the same coming. What's different when you come back? There's got to be things that are different than last year.
Now I'm in college, so that's different. But it was just kind of the same atmosphere. It was just like we just changed jerseys and changed players on the different teams. The crowd was great, and it was just a great atmosphere here.
What did you guys do in the game? I don't think it was announced that you knew that Shep Gardner scored his 1,000th point in the Penn State uniform. How did you guys kind of notify that in the game if you did?
I didn't know. Congratulations, though, Shep. I didn't know that.
Me and Shep talked about it last night, but then that you mentioned it, I actually forgot about it. I was just so locked into the game and trying to win, I forgot about the 1,000 points.
Lamar, there was a point there. It was 52-47. The point I was talking about. Actually, you got deep in the lane, a little spinning turnaround there. Do you remember that shot? And was that what you guys were looking for? Every time you got the ball in the lane, something good happened.
Was that the play I fouled? They called the foul or I scored?
No, you just hit it. It was a short turn.
What's the
54,
question? Yeah, I remember.
47.
Yeah.
Were you looking for that? Because every time you guys got in the lanes, it seemed like, and you got a lot of dunks too.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like we were just very tough. We're a tough team, and we like to attack, to drive the ball, and if you can't score, kick out for threes to our shooters. So luckily having the shooters that we have, Tony, Shep, Peyton, I found an open lane, and I just attacked the basket. It wasn't a play that was drawn up. It was just open.
Same locker room as last year.
Same.
I've seen guys come back from college, come back to Philly and play in Philly, and sort of the emotion of the moment kind of get to them. And you guys seem free and clear. Did you guys have a hard time controlling that emotion and harnessing that?
Coach, he harped on it. He's seen it a lot too when players come home and they might not play well all the time. But Coach did a great job, handling our emotions, telling us to focus on the game and just look around in the locker room and focus on each other, on your teammates and your brothers. So Coach did a really great job. You know, we focused, and we followed what he did. We focused on each other and on our brothers, and you know, it was successful.
You could see how that could happen, though. That's happening. We've seen that a lot of times when guys come back home, period.
Yeah.
Why does that happen? When it does happen? Why you guys don't?
I don't feel like maybe guys should let the pressure get to them, or their family and friends being in the crowd again. I feel like they have to prove something to them because they're on the next level. But I speak for myself. I just want to let the game come to me and not try to force anything and just kind of follow what Coach been saying all week. Don't play for the fans, play for your brothers, play for the guy on your left and right.
So because you guys were looking at each other, focusing on each other, that made you forget all the screens and stuff.
Absolutely, yep. And great huddles and just our leaders keeping us dialed in definitely help.
Lamar, you had a pass in transition behind the back when you guys were kind of on one of those runs.
Yeah.
And it's not a thing I ever thought I'd necessarily see you do in transition, but there it is. I mean, how much easier is it to play when you guys kind of have that confidence in that moment? Maybe, you know, some of these games where things have been tighter and it hasn't been.
I mean, Coach instilled a lot of confidence in all of his players, and he focuses on defensive end and rebounding. And you know, when we get in the offense, we just flow, to be honest. And I think everybody on the team has that confidence, you know, to make special plays, I guess. And you know, I credit the Coach. He really instills a lot of confidence in all of his players, and you know, it allows us to just play our games and play freely. So that's what allowed me to make play like that.
Your guys' best defensive game this year? You've had some games where you look like freshmen, you look like you're lost and aren't quite sure who's going to switch out, who's going to be where. Not much today of that.
I feel like it's just building trust with one another. I feel like we're taking great strides in that department. We're just coming tighter. We're becoming tighter off the court, and that helps greatly on the court. You know, Coach always preaches build trust with one another. One word commands either stay or switch or whatever it is. So we just kind of building trust and just becoming tighter as a team.
Do you guys feel like it's the best defensive game?
Yeah, it felt like a really great game. You know, we're down there, we were talking, but I feel like, you know, we defended well against Michigan also. So I think we're taking great strides, and I'm really building trust, like Tony said.
Lamar, last year on the circuit, did you guys play against the family?
Yes.
How did the Grizzlies matchup go that game? And what did you learn about him from then that you feel like helped you today?
I mean, I watched a lot of mine, you know, playing in the EYBL. We played in the same tournament in high school also last year, so I'm pretty familiar with him. He's a great player, and you know, if you don't come out ready to play, he'll take advantage of it. So, you know, I just knew my mindset. I had to come ready to play. I know his game. I've seen him play, and you know, I just wanted to really focus in, and my teammates really helped me. You know, they were talking to me, talking through screens, building walls, and it really allowed, you know, me to defend them.
One more for players.
I feel like we talk about this every week, but Josh had another second half where, you know, maybe he's got 5 assists in the first half, and you feel like he didn't do a lot, but he's out there leading you guys in those assists. And then in the second half, he does a lot of the things that would come in there Josh for. How big is that guy like that?
Josh only had 6 points. Oh, well, that definitely didn't determine his impact on the game. He just does so much all over the court. You know, he's constantly talking. He's the best defender on the team. He just kind of makes up for everybody in the States with his constant effort and energy. So we definitely wouldn't be the team that we're becoming without him. And he's definitely a great player.